Can Bitcoin hit $100,000 this month? Well, that is the prediction of crypto analyst PlanB. PlanB spent a large portion of his working life in the institutional investment space, and is now becoming quite a big figure in the crypto space. This is due not only for his excellent stock-to-flow model, but for a series of price predictions in the crypto market which keep coming true. His social media following has recently exploded as more of his price predictions he made 6 months ago are being hit. So in this video, we'll find out where we are with these big price predictions, and we'll be looking at the current big Bitcoin price prediction and how the price could be going to $100,000 this very month. We'll hear from PlanB himself as he talks through the 3 types of analysis that he mainly does. And then we'll finish answering the question about Bitcoin's 4-year cycles. Will there be another crypto winter? I'll give you PlanB's opinion and then my own at the end. As always, if you do enjoy anything in the video, then drop a like, always appreciated. Okay, so I'm a big fan of the stock-to-flow model and been following PlanB for a while. And his big price predictions were made back in June, and so far they've been spot on. However, what we all want to know is, what does the next 3 to 6 months look like? Ready? Let's do this. So, getting everyone up to speed, this is the stock-to-flow model and created by anonymous crypto trader PlanB. And he also made some big price predictions, and this was back in June. And cast your mind back, we just had a big crash. Bitcoin had fallen below $34,000, and there were many people out there saying Bitcoin's going back down to $20,000. PlanB's worst case scenario for 2021 was that August was going to jump back up to 47, September down to 43, then October 63, November almost 100,000, and by end of year $135,000. Now, just to clear up, a common error is that people think this is a stock-to-flow prediction, but it's not. Stock-to-flow is already predicting around the average of $100,000. These predictions were based on the floor and on-chain analysis. So let's take a look at how we're getting on with these so far. First up, this is what's happening to PlanB's social media following. And as you can see, just look at last month, October, over 350,000 new followers. And this is all due to the story going on about these big price predictions. In fact, there are now even websites tracking his predictions. So remember, these were made back in June, 3 months prior to the first one, and he said in August, Bitcoin's price was going back up to $47,000. And probably a bit of luck involved, but he was 100% correct. Then, September, he said it would be dropping to 43, and he was correct within 1%. Now, October has just gone, and he predicted 63,000, and he was just 3% under. In fact, 2 days later, on the 2nd, it had already hit 63. So he was just 2 days out. And the big price prediction now moving forward for November this month, he is saying a Bitcoin price of $100,000. Well, to be specific, 98,000, but forgive me for rounding this up 2,000 to $100,000. So predicting epic moves coming this month and then finishing the year at $135,000. So PlanB came from the world of institutional investing, and he mainly looks at 3 types of analysis. So let me hand you over to PlanB.
Yeah, so I basically have 3 kind of models. The first model is the fundamental one, the stock-to-flow model that we talked about. The second one is a floor model that is more a technical analysis, price-based model thing I'm looking at. And actually, I'm spending most of my time there at the moment is on-chain models. So the big advantage of Bitcoin is that we have all the transactions, on-chain transactions available in the blockchain. Everybody can download the blockchain. If they run a node, it's about 400 gigabytes of data, so it's a big data crunch. But you can get that data and analyze it, and you see all sorts of patterns in the transactions, where they came from old investors or new investors, big investors, small investors, all sorts of patterns. I used those 3 models. And the model that got most attention the last couple of months was the floor model, because I predicted in June 20th. That was the same time, by the way, that the Guggenheim chief investment officer predicted Bitcoin to go below 20K. At about that same day, I made the prediction, no, it's going to 47. And Bitcoin was, mind you, was below 34 at that time. I said, well, in August, it will close above 47. In September, it goes down a little, but it will close above 43. And in October, it will close above 63. Well, it's a bit of luck, of course, involved in there. It has to be. One cannot be that precise, but at least all those targets were met. So 47, 43, and we're waiting for the close of the month, of course, now of October. But 63 is in the book. So yeah, and if that continues, and frankly, I would be very surprised if it doesn't. But if that continues, we'll go to 98,000 in November already, and 135,000 Bitcoin in December. So that will be a very nice Christmas this year if that comes true.
So $100,000 for this month and $135,000 by Christmas. That would certainly make a very nice Christmas for all crypto investors, right? And that would be a doubling of Bitcoin's price from here, and many of the altcoins could triple. Merry Christmas. Okay, to finish up, there is a question that as the months go by is becoming more and more important. Will there be another crypto winter? Now, the big difference between a crypto winter and what we experienced back in May this year is time frame. It's a crash greater than 50% that doesn't just last 1 to 3 months, but it can last 1 to 2 years. And having been through one myself in 2017, I can tell you it ain't nice. Take a look. So this is another great chart from PlanB, and this was developed by Ben from Into the Cryptoverse, and it all has to do with Bitcoin's 4-year halving cycles. So what are we looking at? Well, this light blue is the 4-year cycle 2012 to 2016 was this one. In blue, we have the next 2016 to 2020 cycle, and then in red, this is the current cycle 2020 up until now. So they all start after the halving event, and this is how many months have gone by until the next halving cycle. Another thing to point out is that this has been adjusted to today's price. So $10,000 in the 2012 cycle would have made almost $1 million. And you'll notice as each cycle goes by, we get these diminishing returns, and each cycle is taking longer than the last. And it really shows these harsh crypto winters. So after the peak, there are years where crypto comes crashing down into these deep crypto winters. The 2016 to 2020, after the peak, you can see again this came down for many, many months in a deep crypto winter. So PlanB's stance is that we are going to see another crypto winter, and this is likely going to be about 6 months from now, which is going to be around March time. So just make a mental note of that. And just to say, the contrary theory that some other people have is that because crypto is now hitting mass adoption and we've now got lots of institutions coming on board, there will be a super cycle where crypto just keeps going up and breaks out of these 4-year cycles. PlanB was a former institutional analyst, now turned anonymous crypto trader that's becoming quite a big figure in the crypto world due to his stock-to-flow model and big price predictions. So far, his predictions have been spot on, and if the trend continues, we could be seeing $100,000 Bitcoin this month and $135,000 by the end of the year. Plan B is in the camp that we will be seeing another crypto winter, likely starting around March, and this is where we could see another big crash in the Bitcoin price, over 50%, and many of the altcoins could be going down as far as 80%. For me, I would say it's more likely than not that we will be getting a big crash next year, and I would rather plan for the worst than hope for the best. Now, my personal investing philosophy is always, how can I win either way? And with that in mind, I will personally be selling in 20% increments, starting December, January, all things being well, then likely again around March time, and this way I will have taken a nice chunk of profit off the table in case there is a crash, but I will have most of my money invested in case we get this big super cycle event. So there you are, guys. I hope you enjoyed. What do you think about Plan B's big $100,000 Bitcoin this month? Let me know below. For now, just to say, if you did enjoy anything in the video, then drop a like. And a big thank you to everyone who does. If you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, click below and join us. Got some great videos coming up that you don't want to miss. Okay, cheers guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.